Hey, hi, hello, friendos. So, um, yeah. I want to talk about something like kind of bizarre and like random, and it's not going to be put together at all, but that's never really been what my videos are about. So let's just do it anyway. So I don't know, I'm sure I've mentioned this like several times, but I'm super into like personality quizzes. Like I just love them. I don't know what it is about them, but it gives you such a good insight into like who a person is and like who you are, and like honestly it's such a journey just in general, like trying to figure out who the heck you are as a person. That personality quizzes help. So my personal favorite one is the Myers-Briggs, and I love it because I feel like it, like the first time I ever took it I was like, holy crap, this is me. I feel so seen. I feel so understood. Like everything I read from it was like, whoa. And like it had its time like a little bit, and I feel like everyone has like taken it at least once, like the 16 personalities one, and like gets the gist of like who they are. I'm an INFJ. Apparently we're 1% of the population, but I've met like a bunch, so I don't know how true that is. Right now, Enneagram is having like a huge moment. Like everybody's talking about Enneagram types. Like everyone's Instagram is like full of like pretty line art of like Enneagram numbers and then like the types, or like which Disney princess is your Enneagram and all of that kind of stuff. And like I like the Enneagram, but it frustrates me because I feel like every single one could fit a person. It's kind of like how a lot of people feel about zodiac signs. Like they're like, oh, well, like you could say that about any kind of person. That's how I feel about the Enneagram. And I love it because again, it's another personality identifier, and like when I look at them, like there are certain ones that like super don't fit me, but it's like only two. Of the nine, like only two of them have like not fit me. And for me, it's like if I look at something that like an ISTJ says, I'm like, no, that's not me. But if I look at something that like an Enneagram 9 says, I'm like, oh, I could totally fit that. Or if I look at something that's like an Enneagram 5 or 4 or 6, like I can fit in all of them, or 3. Like there's like literally 2 of them that don't fit me, and they're the like outgoing extroverted ones. Every other one like works. And I want to understand it better, and like that's kind of the point of this video, is that like I just want someone to tell me what my type is. Because every time I've taken the test, I've gotten something different. And every time I read certain Instagram posts, I feel like I identify with different ones. Like I always say I'm an Enneagram 5 because I feel like most consistently I hit in the 5 marks. But there are some things about 5s that don't really fit me. And then like I learned about wings, and I thought wings meant that you could just like pick another one that you also fit in. So I was like, oh, I'm an Enneagram wing 3, but like that doesn't fit because you have to be winged to like the ones closest to you, I think. Anyways, I love personality quizzes. I want to join the hype. I want to love Enneagram as much as everyone else likes Enneagram. But more than that, I want to know where I can pigeonhole myself. Like, tell me what box to fit in, because I want to be in that box. Like, put me in the box, please. Life is chaotic enough. I need another box. All right. So, this is future Lauren. I was watching my footage from my Enneagram rant, and I was like, you know what would make this a better video? If I actually spent the video, like, educating myself on how Enneagram stuff works. So I decided to pull up 3 different quizzes and take them, and pull up information from the Enneagram Institute. So I've taken 2 quizzes up here. I think it's showing up in screen capture. Yeah, it is. So these 2 are completed, and then this one, I've actually taken twice. But I'm going to take it again on screen because I think it'll be interesting, and I think it's one of the shorter ones I took. Hopefully it is. If not, we'll speed it up in post. It'll be fine. But I've never really done like a screen record. Well, I have on my channel, but like it's been gaming. I've never done a screen recording of like my computer screen. But I figured this would be like a good format to do that, so we can all learn about Enneagram together. I'm gonna read this page, and then I'll go take the quiz. So yeah, like I spent a little bit of time trying to figure out like who am I, because I don't know. But this is from the Enneagram Institute, and they have a quiz too, but I think you have to pay for it, so like we're not about that life. So yeah, so like basically there's subjects, your basic personality type, the centers, then some people have a wing, So this is the Enneagram structure. If you have used the internet at all, like, you'll like know what it looks like. Here, I'll zoom in a little bit. Wow, look at that high quality image. You can see it already blurring out. But anyways, so that's what the Enneagram looks like. So people don't change from one basic personality type to another. The descriptions of the personality types are universal and apply equally to males and females. Not everything in the description of your basic type will apply to you all of the time because you fluctuate constantly among the healthy, average, and unhealthy traits that make up your personality type. That's interesting. I haven't delved into any of that nonsense. It's not nonsense. You know what I mean? I mean, like, I haven't learned about it yet, so it's nonsense to me. The Enneagram uses numbers to designate each of the types because the numbers are value neutral. They imply the whole range of attitudes and behaviors of each type without specifying anything either positive or negative. So these, I'll take you through the 9 types and then we'll take my quiz. So that'll be great. Okay. So we'll start with 1. 1 is the reformer, 2 is the helper, 3 is the achiever, 4 is the individualist, 5 is the investigator, 6 is the loyalist, 7 is enthusiast, 8 is the challenger, and 9 is the peacemaker. So those one words. So like with Myers-Briggs, if you take it at all, like I'm an advocate. I don't know any of the other ones. I just know mine. But yeah. So these one-word descriptors can be expanded into 4-word sets of traits. Keep in mind that these are merely highlights and do not represent the full spectrum of each type. So I remember reading these earlier, and it's kind of like the first 2 are like positive and the second 2 are like negative, in my opinion. So type 1 is principled, purposeful, self-controlled, and perfectionistic. Type 2 is generous, demonstrative, people-pleasing, and possessive. 3 is adaptable, excelling, driven, and image-conscious. 4 is expressive, dramatic, self-absorbed, and temperamental. 5 is perceptive, innovative, secretive, and isolated. 6 is engaging, responsible, anxious, and suspicious. Type 7 is spontaneous, versatile, acquisitive, and scattered. And type 8 is self-confident, decisive, willful, and confrontational. And finally, type 9 is receptive, reassuring, complacent, and resigned. So yeah, and then there's like a whole bunch more information. We're not going to delve into all of that. We're going to take the quiz. Let's go. Whew, I'm excited. Okay, here we go. Woo, results time. I feel like I yelled that literally. Okay, I'm a 5. Your primary type is 5. Spoilers, not spoilers because I just took the test. This one gave me a 4 and it says my wings seem to be balanced, but the first time I took it, it said that it might have been 5 wing 4. And then this one I got 5 wing 4. So, I haven't really delved into, like, what exactly wings mean, but at least I know for certain now that I am a 5. 5 is what I usually gravitate towards. I've never really gravitated to 4, but ever since I took these quizzes, I've been looking at 4 stuff on social media more, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that kind of fits me. So, I'm pretty sure, yeah, the 5 is the investigator, and the 4 is the individualist. So I'm like an investigative individual, which I think is like pretty neat. So I used to get 3 and 2 a lot. And I think when I get 2, it's like I want to be a 2, but I'm not enough of a people person to be a 2. And then I also want to be a 3, but I don't push myself hard enough to be a 3. So I feel like 2 and 3 are like what I'm aspiring to. And 5 and 4 are what I actually am, especially 5. I think 5 really fits me. So here's the breakdown of all of my percentages. It's really interesting because, again, every time I take this, like, I'm just bound to answer questions a little bit differently. But, like, you can see 9 here is really low here, but it's my 3rd most likely type on this quiz. So, like, that just goes to prove my point that I was ranting about, that I really feel like a lot of the quizzes online are, like, very dependent on like your current mood and like what you're thinking of, because like I was saying, like sometimes I get 2s and 3s and I think that's just like, oh, I wish I were more this way. With that being said, like I've seen some other people who are like super into Enneagram say this too, that like it really isn't that great to take the tests, but rather like really read about them and see which one fits you. And like I am by no means like gonna become like an Enneagram guru now, but like I said at the beginning of the video, I really love putting myself into a box. Like I really love fitting my personality into like something that's like quantifiable, I guess. And I think that might be kind of a 5 thing. I'll read all these, but I'll start with mine. So 5 is described as the investigator. 5 seek understanding and knowledge and are more comfortable with data than people. I wouldn't say I'm more comfortable with data than people. I really like people's data, if that makes sense. Like, I think that like what I was literally just saying. Like, I love knowing what makes people tick. But anyways, that's me. That's my Enneagram. So I definitely wanted to make this video so that, it wasn't just me like ranting and yelling at the camera about like not understanding it, but like rather making an effort to better understand what Enneagram is. And like, hopefully you found that interesting. You came along on this journey with me. Like I would totally recommend, by the way, speaking of, these tests, so just pro tips, this test is truity.com and it's free, but it like doesn't give you everything. And apparently there's other ones on here that you can take. My personal favorite was Eclectic Energies because it'll tell you if you're a wing. And I kind of want to take it again because I want to actually get my wing. Because when I took it this time, I got full type 4, which I don't know if that's true. I think I'm a 5 wing 4. That's what I'm going to tell everyone from now on. Let's put it that way. But I loved this test the best. So if you're looking for a test to take, eclecticenergies.com, it's up here. I'll leave them all in the description too, but like it breaks down all of your wings and like all of your percentages. Like this one's really good and it's free. And then there's your Enneagram coach, and this one makes you put in your email address, but it also does the cute little people images like the 16 personalities website does, which I really dig. I just think it's cute. And they kind of break down like in a more like, I guess like a little bit more compelling way than like some of the other things, especially like this is pretty dry. Those are the ones I used. Feel free to take them yourself. Tell me what you are. I would love to know. Tell me all about your personality. Like I said, I'm a 5, so I need to know about other people. But yeah, you know, that's that on that. That's the end of this video. If you liked it, tap that like button. If you want to see more, subscribe. Please leave a comment about personality types, about what you thought about this video. If you want to see me do like more personality quizzes, if you want me to take the 16 personalities one, I will. It's my favorite, so it's not going to be a problem. But I do already know that I'm an IFJ. Anyways, like I said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!